So I talk about three maybe takeaways from the COTS experience that would be important in the future. I think one is to really start these activities very soon, so you have the schedule time to actually go do these. Don't decide you're not going to fly the shuttle anymore and then decide to go do COTS. We should have been doing this probably a little bit earlier, before we had decided we were going to retire the shuttle. So one is, I think, timing. Start this before you need to start it. Be aware that the progress that will be projected by the contractors will be significantly faster than they will be able to accomplish. So make sure you've got enough schedule reserve in your system that you can tolerate some schedule slippage. I think, and the other is that I think also don't assume that it's going to take as long for the contractors as it does for the government. They're a little bit more nimble than us, but they're not as fast as they think they are. So the happy medium is somewhere between those two, and just assume that is a get-go. I think it's also important to keep some reserve around financially, so in case you need a risk mitigation activity like we described, that it's there and it's possible, and you can go add that to the contract. And then I think the other thing is also have some diversity. By just picking one provider would be really tough, because then that provider absolutely has to follow through. And as we learned with RPK, with the Rocketdyne plane Kistler, we had to have the ability to not carry them all the way through this COTS activity. So you need to start with maybe a larger base of providers than you would normally, and then be prepared to down select and have that criteria established as you move forward for down selecting. So kind of in summary, I would say leave a lot of schedule, leave a little bit of financial reserve, and start with a base that's diverse enough that you have a chance when you get through this process, you've got the capability coming out the other side that you need to go forward in the future.